Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying out a new piece of content. Hopefully you like it. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Share it.
Hit that bell button.
Oh. There you go. We need to get better with that. But anyway, so obviously football season is upon us. For the most part, we are generally football fans, even though some of us don't really pay as much attention anymore as we should have, or normally have in the past, rather. So this is what we're doing. We are formulating a type of like a gameplay thing where we're going to, pick the games throughout the course of the week and, accumulate a score based on, and we have a interesting punishment for whoever loses.
There's two losers, one winner.
Okay, yeah, I didn't realize they were out there, but anyway, so
you gonna point them out or what?
let's just go ahead and get into it. This is it will be obviously NFL Week 2, so we are kind of like
a little bit late,
but at the same point in time, it's going to be a season-long thing, and hopefully you enjoy this little bit of content. So, I'm going to toss it over to Kniff, our football master, and an unfortunate Browns fan.
Right. So, for this week, I'm going to wear the poop emoji hat because it's going to be the only week that I'm going to wear it.
Fucking coffee.
Because I'm going to destroy these guys at the NFL picks. So, this week is week 2.
He's just upset that my dick is bigger than his.
You have a small rocket.
We're not measuring dicks out here.
Okay, Jeff Bezos.
Cut that up too.
Week 2, 2021 of the NFL season. The first game of the week is the Patriots versus the Jets. 2 first-round pick quarterbacks, Mac Jones and Zach Wilson. Both of them seemed like they look good this week. What do you guys got? Let's go with Troy first, or Cuz.
Fuck it. I'm gonna pick Jets.
You're gonna pick the Jets?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Jets.
We got Cuz at the Jets.
I'm going with the Patriots. Yeah, it's hard to argue against Bill Belichick.
With the Patriots, I am gonna go with the Patriots as well. Our game number 2.
I was going to say, we're already in week 2.
Yeah, we're already in week 2. Broncos versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Teddy Bridgewater against the Urban Meyer-led and Trevor Lawrence first overall draft pick quarterback. Here we go. Let's go with Cuz.
I'm going to go with Jags.
You're going to go with the Jags.
I gotta go Denver, man. It's hard to fucking play against Von Miller.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Is
he injured?
No, not that I know.
Alright, yep. That's a good pick, then.
I'm going to go with the Broncos as well. I'm going to go with the Broncos. Alright, game number 3. We got the Eagles at home against the San Francisco 49ers. The Jimmy G-led 49ers against the Jalen Hurts led Eagles. Jalen Hurts looked very good last week, and they're both 1-0.
Alright, I'll go ahead and take the lead on this one. Momentum stops San Francisco.
Alright, San Fran. What you got?
I'm going to go with the Eagles.
You're going to go with the Eagles. Jeez, we got... You're going against all of us. I'm going to go with San Francisco. I love the coach there. I love the way he coaches the game. The running game's always good when he's out there. All right, we got game number 4 here. We got the Buffalo Bills against the Miami Dolphins. Josh Allen, who's an MVP candidate this year.
Bills.
And then we got Tua, who had a good win against the Patriots last week.
Bills.
I'm going to go with Bills on this.
All right, so you're going to go with Bills.
I like what they did, with Josh Allen and everything.
Yeah, I'm going Bills too. I'm gonna go Bills too.
All right, yep. So
Holy shit.
that'll be the one
Straight
game
across
that,
the
you know,
board.
if you're a betting man,
Yeah.
you might want to bet on who is it? Like?
They're betting
Miami.
Vegas,
You might want to bet on Miami.
All right, we have the Las Vegas Raiders, who had a pretty decent win against the Ravens last week, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're both 1-0.
Who were they playing?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh Raiders versus Steelers. Two of the tough guy teams.
Where's that
historically.
game at?
That is at Pittsburgh.
Okay. I'm going Pittsburgh.
I'll go Pittsburgh on that.
I mean, obviously, that's going to be an interesting game, but I think Pittsburgh will come out on top.
I am gonna go with the Raiders.
You like that one end they got, right?
Well, I also don't like the Steelers, so that
I
has
don't
something
even,
to do.
I mean, I don't think any of us here in this room
Yeah, I don't
do
think
particularly, but
All right, we got next game. LA Rams 1-0 against the Colts 0-1. The Colts looking to bounce back with Carson Wentz, who is running for his life, even though their offensive line is supposedly impressive. It didn't seem like it last week. Who we got? Rams versus Colts.
I'll go with Colts.
All right.
I'll go. Go ahead and mark me down for Rams on that one. Like I said, I don't think anything's happening in Indy.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford there. He looked good last week, so I'm going to go with the Rams as well. Next game, we got Cincinnati Bengals 1-0 against the Chicago Bears 0-1. Burrow versus Dalton. A lot of fans up there in Chicago want them to make a switch to Justin Fields, ex-Ohio State quarterback, who had actually a trick play where he scored a
That's in
touchdown.
Chicago.
That
right?
is in Chicago, yes. Who we got?
I'll go Chicago.
All right.
We got Troy or Cuz with Chicago.
Man,
That's a tougher one, yeah.
yeah. You know what? I'm going to go Cincy.
Cincinnati. I think this is a tough one.
It is. I mean, because especially for the fact that I don't think that Fields will be able to play Dalton. That's why I wanted to go to Chicago. But if they get down early, they're going to throw him in, and he's going to get tossed in the wolves.
I kind of like to go with up front. I think Cincinnati's offensive line is not that good, and I like the defense for Chicago, at least up front. So I'm gonna go with Chicago personally. All right, we got the Houston Texans at my Cleveland Browns. They're both 0-1, but it was an impressive loss against the Chiefs. They screwed themselves, and then they beat themselves. They did not lose that game. I mean, they're 0-1, so they did lose. So
Someone's biased.
Obviously.
I am very biased. I think y'all know who
They
I'm
dropped a what? A Cleveland Steamer. That's about
The
it.
punter dropped a Cleveland
So,
Steamer.
in other words, 0-1. Anyway.
I'll still go with the Browns.
I'm going with the Browns, too.
All right, so we're all going Browns against Houston. I do want to say that I'm kind of. It's like an underdog story that Houston is this year. They got 30 new free agents. They did win their game last week, I believe. Yes, they did. But I do like the Texans, but I'm not going with them this year.
Well, I mean, that's just your personal bias. But
Yeah.
anyway.
So we got the next game is New Orleans, who looked very impressive.
It's a Browns hat. It should be the new helmet.
New Orleans, who looked very impressive against the Packers, whipped them very good. And then we got against the Panthers, where Sam Darnold, who's coming from the Jets, hoping to resurrect his career.
Is Drew Brees still alive?
Drew Brees is not playing. Jameis Winston
Okay.
is the new quarterback.
This is how much I'm on the game. So.
Surprisingly, had no interceptions because he likes to throw a lot of those. But he hasn't this year so far in his New Orleans career. He's been looking pretty good. So who we got? New Orleans versus the Panthers. The Saints versus the Panthers.
Man.
I'll go Panthers.
Let's goes Panthers.
Man, it's a difficult one, but I'm going to go Panthers too.
Alright, I am going to go with the Saints.
I like New Orleans better than
Because the Saints beat the snot out of the Packers last week, and I'm not going to bet against them until further notice. Alright, so next we got the Minnesota Vikings 0-1 versus the Arizona Cardinals. We got Kyler Murray versus Kirk Cousins. The Cardinals defense was nasty last week. Whoever had the Cardinals defense on their fantasy team scored some fucking points. That's for
I'm
sure.
going to go Cardinals anyway.
All right, so we got on Cousins.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Arizona too because when was the last time Minnesota actually did anything?
Yeah.
I'm going with the Cards as well. That seems like the best bet in my opinion. We got Atlanta Falcons 0-1 versus the Super Bowl champion and the GOAT Tom Brady led Buccaneers.
Damn, but
Yeah, this was not going to be it's not going to be a hard pick for anybody.
Tampa Bay. I mean, trust me, I am not a huge Tom Brady fan, but he can play some fucking football.
Do not bet against Tom Brady.
Nope.
I've learned that throughout my life.
You owe me many dollars based on that.
Yeah, do not bet against Tom Brady. Titans 0-1 versus the Seattle Seahawks 1-0. Titans were the AFC Championship game last week, and Russell Wilson had a pretty shaky offseason. Wanted more say in what the Seahawks do. But like I said, the Titans are 0-1, and the Seahawks are 1-0. But the Titans did play the Cards last week, and and they had a rough game against that Cardinals defense. The Seattle Seahawks defense, I don't think is anywhere near as good. They could have a bounce back game. This one, in my opinion, is a 50-50 draw.
I'm going to do Seahawks.
Seahawks. What you got?
I got, man, I mean, I can see this being a tough one, but I'm going to go Seattle as well.
Seahawks.
Don't be afraid to throw your opinion out first.
Okay. I'll go first every time.
No, not every time. Change it up.
Okay,
Just change it up.
All right. I want. This is like a 50-50 throw up to me. I'm just gonna be different than you guys, and I'm just gonna pick the Titans. Why not? All right. Next game, Dallas, who had a pretty impressive loss themselves against the Buccaneers.
An impressive loss.
Impressive loss
is any loss impressive?
I mean, they're the Super Bowl champions. They're led by Tom Brady. They were close. The game was close, and I didn't think it was going to be close in my opinion. Cowboys, Chargers, MVP candidate, and my fantasy quarterback Justin Herbert for the Chargers. I am going to pick I'm going to go with the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to take this one.
I'll take Chargers too.
I'll go Dallas.
All right, Greg's going to be different.
Is Dak Prescott still their quarterback?
Dak Prescott is coming off an injury, but he looked very good last week.
Okay, perfect. I'll take Dallas.
All right, next game: Chiefs versus Ravens. The Sunday night.
I'll take Chiefs right on.
Yep, Chiefs.
They're both going Chiefs.
Sorry, hometown crowd, man. Dude, it hurts, but their secondary is in pain.
I do want to say that Lamar Jackson, ex-MVP.
He could be the game changer, but I don't know how much he can.
He is the Ravens.
Okay, I'll throw out another prediction. I will say that Patrick Mahomes throws for NFL passing yards record in this game.
I don't know. The Ravens defense is not that bad.
In the secondary, they are.
Yeah, but if they can get pressure on them, but Pat does like to run around, so it's tough to get.
Is that a secondary bet?
Come on, man.
Secondary bet?
Secondary bet. I will put $10 on it. Any takers? Any takers?
How about a real turd? No, I'm joking.
What? You want me to shit on your head? Is that what you want?
Next
The
game.
true Cleveland Steamer.
Monday night. We got the 0-1 Lions versus the 0-1 Packers. Packers are looking to bounce back. They got absolutely smashed by the Saints last week. Aaron Rodgers is the last year's MVP, and the Lions got Goff from the Rams. I mean, I'll pick this one easy for me. I like the Packers in this one, even though they got smashed. I think they got something to prove.
The Packers is my favorite team, so
Yeah, I like the Packers as well.
We're all
In
going
this
with the
game.
Pack. We got the Panthers this is next week. This is week 3 because we missed this Thursday's game.
Right, but we're just going to incorporate the Thursday game into this week
Um,
because you won't see this content before then.
and we got the Panthers with Sam Darnold, and we got the Texans with Tyrod Taylor.
That's
It's
an interesting one.
I'll take
But
this one.
at the same point in time, injuries could come to play.
Injuries could come into play. I mean, we're still. I mean, they got a whole game to play before they get there.
Exactly. That's
From
why.
this week to next week. So this one's the riskiest. If anything.
Yes, definitely.
But I do like, as much as I do like the rough and tumble Houston with all their free agents. Everybody got something to prove. Would not surprise me if they won, but I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
I'll go with Houston. Fuck it.
I'll go Panthers.
I'm being decisive. I'm going to make you wear that shit hat next week.
And that wraps up week 2 of the NFL and Thursday night week 3.
Who's gonna wear the shit hat?
So
It doesn't matter. It may be actually, technically called week 3 of the NFL start on Thursday, right? But, it's our week 2.
Okay.
So, you know what? If you don't like it, fuck